What's up, people? Everybody's probably at work. See if anybody jumps on here before we go any farther. Let a few people get on here. I'm just building a turkey call. I'm gonna start doing some more lives on YouTube, just to kind of build that base. I do lives on Instagram all the time. What's going on, everybody? Starting to get a couple people in here. Just building a real quick turkey call here before I gotta go to work. Where are my pliers? Slash hammer. What's going on, everybody? Just building a real quick turkey call here before I gotta go to work. I actually should have cramped that down before I took it off the jig. But that's okay, that part's not that important. Now, it looks blurry to me. That's just my eyesight. I'm going to start doing some more lives on my YouTube channel, just because I haven't done a lot of lives on here. I do more lives on Instagram than anything. And this is just a real quick build of a turkey call. I'm not really getting any details or anything because I got to go to work here shortly, so these things are really simple to do. What's going on, everybody? I'm getting a few more people on here. Drop me some comments. That's pretty cool. Did it sound good? I'm all about do-it-yourself stuff. That's where we're at so far. Got that reed still, the little tab still bent up on it. Cool, I'll go check it out for sure. This is the one I'm making is called the Sweetie. I have a cheat guide to all my calls that I make. As you can see here, I've got a bunch of them. I just like playing around with it. I sold some last year and I had good reviews back from it, but it's hard to compete with corporate America. I usually do a bat wing. I'm going to do just a simple V cut on this one to see how it sounds. The bat wing sounds amazing, but just a simple V cut. Just give it one cut just like that. And like I said, anybody who just joined, I'm not getting into a lot of detail on this because I have to go to work here shortly. So just something real simple like that, pretty easy. Yes, I do. Actually, I got a whole room full of them in my other room. I've tried to make knives and stuff with a couple of the smaller ones, but I haven't had my forge going in a long time, so to the point now to where I always cut this first, because if you mess it up, you don't waste the tape. So that way, you know, waste not. Now I'm just going to throw my tape on there. These diaphragm turkey calls are so easy. The biggest part with them is buying all the material and stuff. Is that one on your channel also? I'll check your channel out and give you a follow if I haven't already. I like stuff like that. The tape comes already pre-cut. You just order it like that, or at least I do. You could probably cut your own if you wanted, which I have before with this camo tape I made here. I was just playing around with some regular tape to get a camo turkey call, and that's what I come up with. It's kind of weird because it's just regular tape, and I don't know. Kind of feels weird in your mouth. This is a little bit of a different type of tape. And what I do is just turn it to where the cut side of the reed is upside down. You just want to line that U shape right there with the U shape on the tape. Maybe if I can get it from sticking on my hands here. I think I jacked my tape up here. Playing around with this stuff can be tedious sometimes. Okay, let's try it this way. It'll be a little bit better. I'm going to set the cut side on the up side of it and then lay it on there like that. And it just sits on there like that. Then you just fold it over. Pretty simple. Don't worry about if your tape is crooked. See, that's not lined up perfect. That's all that, because you're going to cut it out. I actually made a template for my Diamond Series cut. This is different than your normal rounded mouth calls. That's just the way I like to make them. It's a little bit more comfortable in your mouth, I think, personally. Yeah, I've got videos where I make spinner baits and take them out to the lake and catch fish with them. I'll do a live and build it as a spinner bait. I actually have some here that I've poured. I poured the lead, painted it, and did all that. And then I make some jigs too, which I got videos out there. You go check them out. Where I make jigs and pour all the lead and do all that stuff. It's really cool. I really love going out and catching fish with them. Catching fish and calling birds in and just hunting with things that you make yourself is just, I don't know, there's just something different about it. Now I'll just lay my template on here and cut it out. Pretty simple. If you are interested, I can set up a live and do a more detailed version of this and show you and get close-ups and all that, because like I said, I got to go to work here shortly, so I can't be on here very long. But if y'all be interested in that, drop a comment down here and we'll make it happen in the near future. And there it is. I call this my Diamond Series just because I like it's, you know, it's not really diamond shaped, but it has the points and stuff on it. So diamonds seem to fit the thing, the name or whatever. But like I said, I've got all kinds of calls and stuff I've made, and just something I like to do it yourself stuff. So let me get a little swig here. See what it sounds like. This is called the Sweetie, but let me see if I have one laying around here. Yeah. The original Sweetie has a bat wing cut on it that I did. You can see the bat wing. It's kind of hard to see. This light's glaring in there, but that was the original. I just wanted to try it with just a V cut, just to see what it sounds like. Really, really high pitch. I really like that. I like that high pitch. You can make really high high pitch yelps, high pitch purrs. Man, that high pitch. I have the hen, which is a low raspy. It's a softer stretch, and it's really, really raspy. And I usually have one on this side and one on this side, and I just flip flop back and forth. And that actually got my bird last year in Kentucky because I kept switching back and forth. I'd hit it with a rasp, and then I'd hit it with a high pitch purr, and it just worked out. But I like that. But there's that. I think I'm going to go ahead and just put that in my arsenal. I've got everything to make turkey calls. So I'll put that in my case and put it in my bag. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's nothing like doing stuff yourself. I just think that anything you do yourself is just kind of almost like a lost art. Nobody does it anymore. It's easier to order it online. Yeah, I tried my attempt at a slate call. It's laying around here somewhere, but it sounded horrible. I'm sure with a little more practice and a little more know-how, I could probably do it, but I think I'm just going to stick with mouth calls. I use mouth calls most of the time anyway. But future, said I was going to talk about some future hunts and stuff coming up. I usually do turkey camp around, just kind of fall in line with my days off. So I've got a week off the week of the 16th. So I was going to actually originally be in Kentucky and hunt all week, but my buddy invited me to go to Tennessee. So I'm going to go to Tennessee for a couple days and hunt turkeys there. Then when I come back, I'm going to go straight back over to Kentucky and spend a couple days over there. And then by the time all that rolls around, Ohio should be kicking in. So be pretty fun, really. Little week of different states turkey hunting. Hopefully we can take one in every state. That'd be awesome. Possibly two. I need to make me a label for this, or just marker. I'm going to call this call the Sweetie V. That's going to be my V-cut Sweetie. But yeah, that's what I got going on right now. I can't wait to go to Tennessee because I've never hunted turkeys in Tennessee. It's going to be really fun. I've got deer camp planned out for October. Invited a bunch of people from different states to come and hang out and hunt public. I'm basically surrounded by public here in Ohio. So invited them to come down. Gave them the coordinates so they can do some kind of map scouting, I guess, if you want to call it that. Well, once you start turkey hunting and you take one down, over a little bit of time, you might start liking it more than deer hunting. Don't get me wrong, I love deer hunting, but I would almost rather turkey hunt at this point than deer hunt. And I love deer hunt. You can see on my wall back here, I got a couple, well, Got a couple nice bucks. I got 7 or 8 more in the living room. What's going on, Game King? So I was going to do some more lives here on YouTube. I do a lot of them on Instagram, so I figured I'd jump on here and do a YouTube live here real quick before I got to go to work. Made this turkey call just now, if you missed it. A little high-pitched thing. Don't sound too bad. Yeah, I can take you around, I guess. Just excuse my messy house. That's the first buck that I took off my property when I first moved here, when I first bought it. Very first deer ever on opening day in Ohio. This is a Kentucky buck that I shot. That is a set of sheds that my wife's aunt gave me. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Here's a couple birds I got mounted. This is a Kentucky bird. I think this is a Kentucky bird. The Kentucky birds, man, their beards are so much thicker. That's Kentucky bird. You can see the beard, how thick it is. This is Ohio here. You can see it's a little bit thinner. Then I've got some fans on the wall here. That one there is a bearded hen. And I think that's Ohio and that's Kentucky. Then I got a few more over here. Oh, here's a set of sheds. Another set of sheds I found on my property. Let's walk in here and see what we got on the wall. I took a lot of them down and put them in there, or some of them. That's a smaller 10-point I shot on another property down the road. That's a Kentucky buck there. And this is an Indiana 8-point. And back in the back there's my big 7. Let's get a closer look at him. He's a little bit bigger than what he looks. Maybe. Yeah, there's my big 7. I shot him behind my house a while back. Now go to the junk room here. One of the first deer I've shot in my life in Kentucky. So he's a little bit smaller, but for a first couple deer, I ain't worried about it. My first velvet buck, he was Kentucky. And then this was my first Ohio buck. And that's about it, really. The rest of them are kind of just sheds. This was years ago right here in Kentucky. Many years ago. But that's about it, really. It's a pretty cool little journey. Yeah, that one, this buck right here, I wish I would have shot it with a bow, but I shot it with my 30-06. He about ran over me. That was a Kentucky deer. But yeah, that's it really. I have got to get ready to go to work. Like I keep saying, I'm going to start doing some more lives, and yeah, there's definitely some big deer here too. I had a couple giants. I actually shot one a few years ago that probably would have pushed 200 if you go by inches on antlers. He was a monster, but I shot him in the leg and he made it. So I'm sure he died of old age. That was quite a few years ago. And my neighbors and stuff have shot some really big ones. So, but I'm going to leave you with that because I got to go to work here shortly and I need to make me some food for lunch. And that's about it. I'm going to start doing more lives, and that's about it. So thanks everybody that joined in. Thanks for the comments, and we'll do this next time. Thanks, y'all.